My 25M wife, 25F, has no patience when I'm dealing with technology. Hello. First, a bit of background. We've been married and living together for 5 years. We started dating 9 years ago. We've grown alongside each other and I feel happier and closer to my wife than at any point in our relationship. We went to colleges close to each other. Graduated. She's a teacher and I'm a software engineer. No kids. That being said, I've been very upset by a recent trend over the last few months. My wife has absolutely no patience at all when I'm dealing with technology. A few months ago, I got an iPhone. Every once in a while, I don't know how to do something. If this happens in front of my wife, she insists on taking the phone from me and doing it herself. She seems genuinely annoyed. I tell her I can figure it out myself and she says, "It's pathetic you don't know how to use an iPhone." Well, yeah, I've had the phone for less than 6 months and always had an Android before. Sorry, I don't know how to check a specific value in the settings I've never touched before. I find it very frustrating when she takes the phone out of my hands. Situations like this happen probably once a week. We both work from home. Today, I took a shower on my lunch break. I looked at her schedule, texted her asking if it was okay, and she confirmed. I started my shower. She had to go to the bathroom and saw my phone on the counter. She yelled, "You should never leave your phone during a shower. That's so careless. I'll never let you get a new phone again because you don't treat this with respect." She called me a grandpa, idiot, and kept mumbling insults while she was in there. Should I have taken the phone in there? No. I made a mistake as I was in a hurry. But, the way she raised her voice I felt was really over the top. She left the bathroom. This brought up a lot of negative feelings of previous instances and I yelled at her. When I got out of the shower, I said, "I'm sorry I yelled. I feel you don't have any patience with me and you refuse to let me learn. Sometimes you're wrong. I got a spam text the other day and I wanted to block them. You took my phone and deleted the conversation. That didn't block them and then it was gone. She says I work in tech and it's ridiculous there's any situation I don't immediately know how to solve. That people treat me like I'm smarter than I am. That I had better stop complaining and start acting in a way that backs that up. I said that was unfair. I don't act like I know everything, especially about iPhones. She said it doesn't matter. I said I couldn't even express the slightest criticism of how she talks about me with tech without her blowing up. She repeated, "Shut up. Get the fuck out," a few times and that I didn't listen to anything. I don't feel heard at all either. At this point, both of our lunch breaks were over and I had to leave. Now, I'm sitting here wondering how to possibly get each other's points understood. Too long did not read. Wife and I got into an argument about my phone. She said I don't have common sense and don't deserve my phone. Respect I get. I said her taking my phone prevents me from learning how to use it. So your wife belittles your abilities, insults you, yells at you, tells you to shut up, condescends to you, doesn't let you deal with your own devices and learning. You know she's verbally abusing you, right? You say you feel happier and closer to her at this point, but she's straight up abusive to you. It can't be only tech. People like her don't stop at one issue to abuse you over. They usually like to have a range to choose from. Your problem is way deeper than technology. She flat out doesn't respect you. She says I work in tech and it's ridiculous there's any situation I don't immediately know how to solve. Well, that makes it blatantly obvious your wife doesn't work in tech. Your wife is verbally abusing you. Yo, you can take iPhones into the shower lol. They even have a depth limit. SW engineer here. Other people have covered her abuse well enough. I'm going to ask, have you ever explained your work? How you just have to whack into new things over and over, figure 'em out. Not be hyper IQ, but to just have the grit to work it out. There's a way we work. It's not like the movies. So, your wife is abusive. Get the fuck away from her, you do not deserve this treatment. Everyone else has pretty much covered that it's technically verbal abuse, so we'll let the words of others speak on that. If you're both working from home, you all are probably getting on each other's nerves. Have you tried working in a cafe or somewhere that's not in the same building as your wife? Being around your partner 24/7 can strain even the healthiest relationship. Failing that, you might want to try taking a week-long solo vacation away, because it sounds like there's a lot of tension. It makes me sick that she's a teacher and is trusted with children. I hope you don't have children with her who will be exposed to her abuse. She's a horrible person that is insecure that you have a better and more esteemed job than her and so she cuts into you as regularly as possible. She won't change. Ever. You should definitely start mentally thinking things through regarding leaving. Huh? I use my iPhone 10 in the shower every day, never had an issue. Steam isn't going to hurt it. She sounds like she's working through some untreated mental illness like mood disorder. I don't think this is about phone or technology, my dude. Exactly, she's straight up abusive. She had to go to the bathroom and saw my phone on the counter. She yelled, "You should never leave your phone during a shower. That's so careless. I'll never let you get a new phone again because you don't treat this with respect." Ah yes, because she totally has the entitlement to dictate what you do with your own money. Treat the phone with respect. The fuck is it, my kid? I'm sorry man, but did you put up with this shit for 9 years? Since you were 16? Exactly, she's straight up abusive. Your wife is abusive. You need to see a counselor by yourself, not with her, so that you can work on your self-confidence and learn that you deserve so much better than this. Just wanted to say that Apple products suck when you have a lifetime of experience using non-Apple tech. So this started recently. Maybe she found someone else and started to resent. She yelled, "You should never leave your phone during a shower. That's so careless. I'll never let you get a new phone again because you don't treat this with respect." Surely you see that this is some batshit insane logic. She claims it's better to take a phone into the bathroom than leaving it on the counter. The bathroom, where it's humid as hell, everything is wet and slippery, is better than leaving it on the counter in your own home. I can understand you can't see that she is abusing you. It probably escalated slowly and you are used to it. But how can you not see the flaw in this, and probably many other stupid ideas she has and Bella tells you over? This whole thing is not about the tech at all. She's using that as an excuse to verbally abuse and demean you. If it wasn't the tech, it would be something else. While I'm also firmly on the "this is abuse" train, I will say this: if this is something that started recently and she has never behaved this way before, I would try very hard to get her to see a professional. There are mental illnesses that manifest later in life that sound similar to this. But while I'm saying this, if she's not willing to get help, please don't stick around to be her punching bag. Eta. It also scares me that Shush is a teacher. If this is a new trend, I have a slight inkling that someone is comparing you and her negatively. Her comment about people thinking that you need to be as smart as people actually think tells me something is eating away at her self-esteem. That said, this is not a good trend. Sit here down to talk about feelings once more. I.e., your name calling makes me feel disrespected, etc. If she refuses to talk, therapy. If she refuses to even consider it, then you will have to throw the bombshell. This marriage cannot last if you insist on name calling and disrespecting me and refusing to talk about it. It's either therapy or this is finished. And honestly, if you don't solve this issue, this is going to happen naturally anyway. You should never leave your phone during a shower. That's so careless. I'll never let you get a new phone again because you don't treat this with respect. What the actual fuck? First, who takes their phone into the shower? That's weird as hell. Second, how is it careless to leave it on the counter? Is it going to jump off? Third, who the fuck gets to let a grown-ass adult buy a new phone? You're a goddamn doormat. Next time she starts shit, hand her the iPhone, and fuck off to the AT&T or Verizon store and just get a Galaxy S22 Ultra. Fuck Apple, and fuck being treated like shit by an abusive partner. Unfortunately, fuck Samsung and Google, too. There are no good options for cellular devices or services available. Saw my phone on the counter. She yelled, "You should never leave your phone during a shower. That's so careless. I'll never let you get a new phone again because you don't treat this with respect." The fuck? I always have my phone playing something while I am taking a shower. It has never affected any phone that I have done this with. Shut up. Get the fuck out. This goes way beyond her impatience with your technological aptitude. She is treating you with horrible disrespect. I'm at a loss. I mean, she is treating you like a child, not an equal. Has she always resorted to personal attacks and insults? Honestly, I think y'all need couples counseling to learn how to communicate. The way you describe her speaking to you is absolutely not healthy. Your problem isn't that she's lacking patience with your iPhone learning. Your problem is that she's verbally abusive and does not respect you in the slightest. You should leave. I'm the tech in my household. The very thought of speaking to my husband like this when he doesn't understand something breaks my heart. I would never be so mean to him. Even on days when I'm not feeling very patient, because everyone has bad days, I never just forget to respect him and call him names. How could I? He's my partner and I love him. Healthy relationship bare minimum is trust and respect. You can't even trust her to treat you with the barest respect. Where does that leave you? She's abusive. She treats you appallingly. She gets disproportionately angry over tiny things. She berates you because you are not as technical as she is, even though it's literally her job. She berates you over crimes she makes up on the spur of the moment. The shower incident is literally insane. You are a victim of domestic abuse. Leave. It's pathetic you don't know how to use an iPhone. So she treats you like shit, huh? Honestly, I think this woman hates you. Or she has massive anger management issues. Yeah, the problem here isn't her impatience or technology, it's that she's verbally abusive and going out of her way to find excuses to be cruel to you and put you down. Since this is an abrupt change and out of character for her, she needs to go see a doctor ASAP. I don't want to scare the shit out of you, but sudden irritability and abusiveness is a symptom of some pretty bad stuff going down in the brain. My daughter had a teacher who behaved somewhat like your wife, but everyone excused her behavior rather than treating it like an alarming symptom. She was finally diagnosed with a brain tumor less than 2 weeks before her death, but the personality change had happened many months before. Do people not bring their phones with them into the bathroom? I almost always leave my phone on the counter when I shower. I like to browse the web afterwards while I'm drying off. She keeps telling you off and belittling you for every little thing with the phone. This isn't healthy for you in any context. Does she treat you this poorly with regards to any other things in your life and relationship? This stuff comes in patterns, not just isolated incidents. Today, I took a shower on my lunch break. I looked at her schedule, texted her asking if it was okay, and she confirmed. I started my shower. You're in the same house. Why are you texting her to ask for permission to take a shower on your lunch break? Why is she going into the bathroom while you're showering to check to see if you texted her from the bathroom? Did I read that right? It seems to me that you're both at each other's throats because neither of you are really giving each other space or communicating in a healthy manner. This is something that you should probably look couples counseling to improve, because it seems to me like it goes much deeper than an iPhone. First off, I leave my phone on the counter when I shower every single time. Secondly, she is being verbally abusive and you should stop putting up with it. What other things does she get upset with you over, aside from the phone? She's abusive and disrespectful. There is no excuse to justify any of that. I know you love her, but you're both so young, you don't have any need to stick around. I would leave my partner for speaking to me that way, so demeaning and belittling. And I cannot even fathom speaking to him that way. We both have our himbo moments, but we treat each other with respect and kindness anyways. Because that's just what you do. Your wife is disrespectful as fuck and treating you like a toddler. Pass. It's pathetic you don't know how to use an iPhone. She called me a grandpa, idiot, and kept mumbling insults while she was in there. That people treat me like I'm smarter than I am. Shut up. Get the fuck out. Would you ever talk to her like this? Seems like your wife is super insecure and jealous of you. Then finds any excuse to belittle you. What a beautiful relationship. This goes way beyond her impatience with your technological aptitude. She is treating you with horrible disrespect. She says I work in tech and it's ridiculous there's any situation I don't immediately know how to solve. Lol. I say this as a fellow software engineer. Your wife has no fucking clue what she's talking about. She's like your old aunt who thinks being a software engineer means you can come over and fix her TV. I don't think she lacks the patience for technology, she lacks the patience for you. I bet she's pregnant. I have no basis to state this other than her irrational arguing and odd behavior. And #X200B. Or maybe she's just stressed. Odd situation indeed. Perhaps talking it out when you're not arguing and see what she says.